Hello, everyone, and welcome to another FX Centrum daily market analysis. For today, I will go through our cross asset list. So, as you can see here on the left side, I will cover coffee market, the WTI, US 100, US 30, USD Japanese yen, dollar Mexican peso, pound dollar, euro dollar, dollar index, Bitcoin dollar, gold, aluminum, and cocoa market. I will start with the coffee market first, and of course, I will use our FX Centrum platform for charting. So, let's begin with the coffee market. We finally can see that there is a breakout, and yesterday we had a breakout of the, I will say that, but more like a 20-day consolidation. And this is a pretty good sign. I learned about this yesterday that market is building, that we have a fresh new rate of change, new 20-40-day high, and then we have a fresh bull cross and stochastic oscillator. Plus, we finally had a breakout of this consolidation. So this is basically a breakout, and the breakout model is bullish at this point. And as you can see here, we went all the way to 247.90, even almost to 250 plus, and then we had small rejection, maybe just into the close. But I see potential for the further rally, and on the weekly time frame, we can see that the next pivot level is all the way to 260 mark. Now, I will speak about this, and I will make a separate video about this trade idea on the coffee market. But for now, breakout mode is on the coffee market to the upside, and hourly is pretty supportive. We don't have any excess and any climax, just a normal pullbacks, and volatility is increasing. So this is good to see for the breakout. We'll speak more about in a separate video. On the WTI, we have the downside environment. We can see here that everything started when we had these bear divergences and the rate of change. You can see here as well the rate of change that we had this bear divergence. Market made a higher high, oscillator made a lower high. It's a classical bearish divergence. Here also, same thing as stochastic. The slow line and fast line in our market made a higher high, oscillator made a lower high. And this is the result of this lack of demand, basically, into the 84, 84.50 mark. And sellers are now in control, but we do have support at 80.40 mark, and then the lower Bollinger Band at 79.50 mark. Hourly time frame, pretty much sellers in control. And you can see here, this is a one-sided tape, basically, so far. Again, 80.40 and 79.50 are the support levels. In case of a bigger down break and break of the lower Bollinger Band, the next support is around 70, I would say 78 mark. On the US 100, we can see that we had pretty much a doji candle on indecision day around this upper Bollinger Band. So we can see also here that we had a bear divergence on the rate of change, which can result at least for a pullback on the US 100, but still we don't have a confirmation. On the hourly time frame, we can see that there was a selling here. The market did a natural rally. So if market retake the pin bar low at 20,420, there will be a chance for a potential, let's say, drop towards the 20,180. So in case of this down break, we will have chance for a downside move and at least a pullback on the daily time frame. But if that's not the case, and if we can re-break 20,600 or so, then the next level is probably around 20,800 mark based on the daily time frame. But again, weakness on the rate of change, some indecision day yesterday. So of course there is a chance for that downside move or at least a pullback. On the US 30, we can see that market is in a consolidation. We have resistance in P-bar high at 39,700 and support at 38,928. Still pretty big indecision in the last 2 weeks. In case of the down break, we have a potential for a drop towards 38,400. In case of the upside breakout resistance, there is a chance for 40,100 to be a test. Now we have a USD Japanese yen, strong upside environment. There was a natural pullback, and seems like the buyers are now in control. We also had a breakout of the supply trend line. So we can see here that market is holding and building higher lows in the hourly. So I assume there is a chance, and there is a chance for a full retest of the 161, let's say 93. So upside potential continuation on the USD Japanese yen. On the dollar Mexican peso, we can see the strength of the Mexican peso and potential retest. Market is retesting 17.90 mark. Stochastic is sloping to the downside. We can see that the sellers are in control. But I would like to see the break and hold below this swing low. If the market can break and hold below, then there is a chance for a drop towards 16.85. But if we see reaction upside, then there is a chance for rotation back into the consolidation. So far, I don't see that sign of strength. There was one attempt here, which the sellers absorbed. Here there was just a natural rally and a downside continuation. So that's to the support at this point on the dollar Mexican peso. On the pound dollar, we had a down day. We spoke about potential down day development yesterday, and now we have like a more like a 3-day balance. Now fast and slow line, you can see slow line is sloping to the upside. Fast line is trying to get closer and correct. But on the hourly time frame, what we can see is that we had a down break of this rising trend line. And now it will be interesting to see if we will have just a normal reaction, or we can have like a bear flag. And if we can retake 1.2765 for 770, there is a potential for the drop towards 1.2705 mark. But it will not be good for the supply and selling if the market can retake. So I will put this like a channel. So if the market can retake this resistance at 1.2825 and trade above, then this potential supply and bear flag will not be in the play in that sense. So still chance for the downside development on the pound, waiting for the eventual resell at this point, and we have quite a big resistance around 1.2860 mark. On the euro dollar, pretty similar picture. We had a downside movement here, but market reacting higher. We can see the resell and trade below 1.0800. There will be a still chance for a drop even towards 1.0710. So this daily time frame now, you can see that market is still, we have a spread between the fast and slow line, and we have a narrow consolidation at this point, like a few day balance. On the dollar index, we can see that market is building higher lows. We broke the supply trend line, and market is building higher lows, which is a good sign for the further upside movement. And look at the distance between the fast and slow line. So I see at least potential for the retest the middle Bollinger Band at 105.33. But then if there is even bigger power, then we have a 105.70 and then 106 mark. So we have more like a 3-day balance, and seems like we're building higher lows and we're developing for the further upside movement. On the Bitcoin, we can see that market is in a pullback or rally environment. We have a mid Bollinger Band and at 60,140. And then we have a swing high on the daily on 63,800 mark. Let's take a look at the hourly time frame. So hourly now is in buyers are in control. At this point, we can also place a rising trend line, and you can see that from my perspective, only if we can break this and hold below this 57,000 mark and hold below, there will be a chance for a retest of 53,300 mark. If not, the market can still rally maybe towards the middle Bollinger Band on the daily time frame or so, but so far I will say still the downside environment in the last 20 days in a downside trend. So this all can be just a part of correction, similar like we had here. On the gold market, we had one doji candle, and Here we can see that we almost have similar reading on the fast and slow line of stochastic, and Bollinger Bands are starting to expand. We have the resistance at 2390 mark. Let's take a look at the hourly time frame. But hourly time frame is nothing now. It's nothing that strong on upside on the hourly time frame. We can see that we have a previous swing high at 2378. Market still in the narrow hourly range on the Bollinger Band. So only if market retake, let's say 2350, we can see potential drop towards 2317 or 2327. If that's not the case, there is a chance to retest to 2390. And then we have aluminum, and seems like the market is trying to break this consolidation. We have almost 15 days of the very tight consolidation. Look at how narrow we have Bollinger Band. So eventual break of 2461 can be a strong sign for a drop towards 2304. I have also fresh bear cross stochastic, so that's quite a good sign for the further downside movement. And on the cocoa market, as I said yesterday, and so we had a consolidation and then pullback, and this is a good sign. The market is rallying. This is what we spoke yesterday. The 93.78 is the short-term upside objective, which is also a middle Bollinger Band and area. So then the next resistance area is at 10,450 mark. That will be all for this daily FX Central market analysis. Have a good trading day and speak to you soon.